Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Bhaktavijaya432. As you may remember, because of classism, the Brahmins wouldn't clap their hands at Ganeshnath's kirtan. Now, with a quiet heart, just sit and listen to the kirtan. By your favor, O Master, stones will clap hands. As he who had the ascetic spirit thus spoke, all witnessed a very wonderful sight. Suddenly there was an upheaval of the stones on the plain. They fell on each other just like hands and created a clapping sound, at which the people were wonderstruck. They said, "This wonder is quite new. How did he cause the stones to be full of life?" Ganeshnath's devotion is without comparison. His Maya will not be known even to Indra or to others. Then with a repentant heart, the Brahmins all clapped hands, and with this Ganeshnath was satisfied. By this time the sun was in the meridian. Auspicious lights were waved over the god. Sweets were served to the audience, and the people went home. On their way home, the people said among themselves, out of pride, "We persecuted him in vain." In this way, conversing with one another, they praised Ganeshnath. Ganeshnath is a loving bhakta of God. He had a promise from the Lord of Pandari, and even until the present day, there is a fair at Ujjani and Sarase. Saints, mahants, and loving Vaishnavas go there, and the place is still awake to the possibilities of wonders occurring there. Thus, the merciful to the lowly forever increases the reputation of his bhaktas. Keshav Swami and the sleepy grocer's blunder. Now, you pious ones, listen to the life of Keshav Swami, who was very pious and not at all touched by the mire of sensual objects. Wandering at will about the country, he once went to Vijapur, and on an Ekadashi day performed a kirtan in the public square. Hearing the reputation of Keshav Swami, many people came to listen. Among them were saints, mahants, many others who were indifferent to worldly things, Brahmins well versed in the Vedas, and the learned. There were men and women of the 18 castes, the inferior, the high, and the most ignorant castes. And the crowd was so thick that the bazaar was overflowing. Torches were lighted, and the din of the cymbals and drums was heard there. Keshav Swami dancing with a loving heart, full of delight in the kirtan. He had an old Brahmin as his disciple, to whom he said, "Today is a great Ekadashi day, and all have observed a fast. Therefore, you go to the grocer's and buy some dried ginger and sugar. When the people are about to disperse, distribute the same among them as a favor." At this order, the Brahmin went quickly to the market to the grocer's shop. But the grocer was asleep. Shouting out to him, the Brahmin said, "Give me ginger and sugar." "Very well," said the grocer, who got up. It was dark in the shop, and when he felt for the ginger, he came across a bag of Gloriosa superba, a poison, and gave the Brahmin 7 seers of it. For, on account of darkness, he could not make out the Gloriosa from the ginger. The same amount of sugar was given, and the grocer said to the Brahmin, "My son has gone to the market at some other place. Therefore, I cannot come to the kirtan. There must be many men there, and this ginger will not suffice." Saying this, he put in just as much more as his 2 hands could contain. His act was like one who gives a blessing which turns to pride, or like bad words for prayer, or like putting around one's neck a great snake, which is mistaken for a garland of flowers, or like practicing magic in the place of austerities, or like giving a patient a disease instead of a medicine. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.